cartridges.
Is that all you care about?
At the moment, yes.
So that's it. A man comes all the way from America to fight by our side for 2 years, shares in our meager rations of rice and beans around the campfire, shivers on cold winter nights for lack of a decent blanket, sings Los Emboscados to the strumming of your guitar, patiently explains to us the reason why Lou Gehrig was the greatest baseball player ever, reads the letters of his sweetheart to us, and when he's shot down, all you can say is check his bandolier for cartridges?
Isadora, will you please check his bandolier and give me whatever you find? I'm down to 3 rounds, and I see at least a dozen fascists closing in on us. 5. And how many do you have left?
4.
Not nearly enough to fend off a determined attack, and if they take this barricade, they'll secure their bridgehead across the Manzanares.
And it will all be over.
My shot. I think you winged an officer. That ought to make them halt until their armored cars show up.
Then what?
If Carmen hasn't returned with reinforcements, we fall back to University City and prepare for the worst.
What could be worse than this unending siege? The bombings we've endured, the artillery barrages, the gnawing hunger, the lice, the stench of death everywhere, the blackouts every night, the Manzanares, where we once swam on hot summer days, choked with bloated corpses, our beloved Madrid in ruins.
Losing our freedom and living under a despot.
The Italians don't seem to mind living under Mussolini.
Mussolini didn't have to fight a bloody civil war. Franco has. And if he wins, he will rule with an iron fist, bringing back the days when our government persecuted anyone who disagreed with it.
That was close.
Too close. Keep your head down or you'll end up like Clifford.
Poor Clifford. Do you know what he told me yesterday? That when his time came, he didn't want a cross put up on his grave. That he didn't believe in God and that organized religion was a bourgeois invention to pacify the masses.
And so it is. Did he say anything else?
That if there were such a thing as reincarnation, he'd like to come back as an anarchist.
Why is that?
Because of all the factions that make up our popular front, the Marxists, the socialists, the anarchists, the moderate capitalists, the trade unions, the landless peasants, the anarchists seem to be the most uncompromising in their beliefs.
Maybe too uncompromising. Was that it then? Were those Clifford's last words to you yesterday?
No. He said he had no regrets about coming to Spain, but he did feel guilty about his involvement in the model prison massacre.
That was not well done.
And though he was a communist through and through, murdering fascist prisoners in cold blood was unjustified under any circumstances, even if the nationalists were executing our people too.
By the tens of thousands, or so the rumors say.
Are you okay?
Just a scratch.
Let me see. That's more than just a scratch. I need to bandage it.
If you must.
I must. How many times will this make? Me patching you up.
I've lost count.
The first time was at the Battle of Campo de Casa. Remember when Franco's Moroccan troops and the German panzers broke through our lines? They almost penetrated into the city's center.
Wasn't the second time when I caught a bomb fragment not long after that battle? And I deserved that for going out in the street and trying to take out a Savoy Marchetti with a rifle.
I hated the sound of those Italian trimotors. At least our pilots eventually got the hang of shooting them down. The third time was at the Battle of Corona Road, when Franco tried to cut us off entirely from the outside world.
Which resulted in a stalemate and a nice little scar on the left side of my torso.
To go along with the scar on your right side. The fourth time was during our counteroffensive at Brunetti, when we tried to outflank the nationalists and break the siege.
I got a bloody nose for our troubles. I'm glad Carmen was too ill to take part in that battle.
Me too.
But the time I was afraid she would die of typhus before we ever returned from Brunetti.
She nearly did. Emilio,
Yes.
about Carmen.
Yes?
This thing you have with her that you've had for so long, is it important to you?
Why do you ask?
Because she's my sister, and I'd like to think it is important to you.
It is. Just to let them know we're still here.
How important?
Can't this wait for another time?
There may never be another time.
I'm of the opinion there will.
And if there isn't?
There isn't.
Please.
All right. You know how strongly I feel about the Republican cause.
I do.
And how I think it is linked with the good things that have been happening in Catalonia, Aragon, and Andalusia, even as all of Spain bleeds from the Civil War.
Yes.
That the democratic socialism being practiced there under the leadership of peasants, factory workers, and a few intellectuals is a viable alternative to the capitalism of the United States, the imperialism of Britain, and the totalitarianism of Russia and Germany, who are using us to test out their weapons of war.
And that ultimately you envision a world of free, stateless societies where everyone is equal and peace prevails.
Living by the motto, from each according to his ability and to each according to his need. All of that, all those ideals and aspirations and hopes and dreams is less important to me than the thing I have with Carmen. Does that make sense?
It does. Celeste, where are the reinforcements?
They're right behind me.
Well, they better get here quick. And Carmen? And Carmen,
Emilio,
has she been wounded?
no. She took a direct hit from an artillery shell. Emilio, Carmen is dead.
Hello, Kendra. It's me.
Ernest, it's the middle of the night.
3 a.m., so it is. You up for some greasy ham and eggs at Pete's?
No, I hate the food at that place.
That's okay, you can still watch me eat.
And sit across from me looking like a mess?
I don't care what you look like, I just want to see you.
But I'm half asleep.
Some coffee will fix that.
Alright. If it's that important to you.
Swell. See you there.